Have an emergency? Uber has now added a 911 safety feature for drivers.
Xbox, Twitter, Uber,
Postmates,
Netflix, MoviePass,
Google,
eBay,
DoorDash,
Apple, Amazon, Airbnb,
The Apptrepreneur. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and today we're going to talk about something that Uber has done that I have wanted them to do for a long time, and I think it's a good thing. Now, of course, because it's Uber, and not just because I'm a sourpuss in real life, they, of course, did it in a way that I personally would not have recommended they do it. We'll explain why that is in a few minutes, but you know that feature that riders have where basically if they feel unsafe with a driver, they can press an emergency button and it will directly contact them with 911. Well, a similar feature has been implemented in the Uber driver app, and we're going to talk about it and whether or not it's really going to be that useful. However, before we talk about it, let's have a word from our sponsors. Times are changing for gig workers and the gig economy, and there are a lot more gigs from a lot more companies than there used to be. That's why when people ask me where they can go to find resources for the gig economy, I recommend gigworker.com. At this site, you can see what other gig workers are doing and discover better opportunities from industries, companies, resources, and even a forum where you can talk with other people in the gig economy. Gigworker.com is a great resource site, whether you work for Uber, Lyft, Postmates, DoorDash, TaxRabbit, Thumbtack, Upwork, whatever. There's a gig for you and there's a forum for you on gigworker.com. Gigworker.com for all your gigs. Ride with confidence. This is actually from the official Uber website. It's been a long time since I've been on the official Uber website, but here we go. It says, the Uber experience was built with safety in mind through incident prevention tools, insurance coverage, and technology that keeps you connected. We're dedicated to helping you move safely and focus on what matters most. Money? I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. You know. Yeah, no, obviously it's safety, and I actually agree. I will take safety over money any day of the week, although I would still like the money. Anyway, they've added 2 videos, and of course, this is part of your Uber training. Emergency help if you need it. If you ever need urgent help on an Uber trip, you can contact 911 using the in-app emergency button in the safety toolkit. The app will surface your location, vehicle information, and license plate number, which you can quickly share with the 911 dispatcher so they can send help faster. And in a growing number of U.S. cities, this information is automatically provided to the dispatcher. Now, they have included a couple videos, and we're going to watch them without sound, but I think here's how you use it. Clever logo. How to call 911 from the Uber app. Open the safety toolkit. That's 1. 2, select 911 call assistance, and 3, swipe to call 911. Now, it's funny how that's like a swipe, committed to safety, Uber, because I would personally want just a tap for 911, although I also understand that, hey, it's 911, you want to be sure of that. Now, again, positives first. I'm glad that they're finally adding this feature in the first place. It's long overdue, and it's actually amazing, really, that riders have had this for a good year now, almost a good year. And drivers are just now getting it. It kind of goes to show once more that Uber will always care more about the passenger than the driver any day of the week. Now that said, when I was talking about this, I always said I'd prefer it to be hidden, like camouflaged. Like I don't want it to be obvious that it's a 911 call, which it clearly is when you look at it. If you go there, there's a 911 assistance right there. And there it is, swipe to call 911. It's not very discreet. And the reason I'm concerned about it not being discreet is because if you have a particularly violent passenger, I don't know if you want them knowing that you're calling 911. So that's just personal opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they can't do it that way also. Maybe they have to clearly label it as you're gonna call 911, because there will be people who will not see this video. They will not know what it is, or they might forget, and they might tap the button like, what's this do? And then before you know it, they're calling 911 and reporting that they're in trouble, and they're not in trouble. And while I doubt you would get arrested for that, clearly, it's not a good situation for you to be in. It's a waste of the officer's time. That could be someone that really needs help they could be using. So I understand it, even though I would prefer it the other way. Now, let's look at this other thing that they added. Check your ride every time. This is more for the passengers, by the way. Before you hop in, take a second to double check the app for your driver's information. Follow these 3 steps to make sure you get into the right car. 1, match the license plate number. Very, very important. 2, match the car, make, and model. Also very important. 3, check the driver's photo. Now here's a little video, again without sound. This is a 42 seconds, so we'll just check your ride. This one, the sound might have been a little important, but here's the 3 safety pickup tips. And you can tell that they're talking. Step 1, match the license plate number, and thank you for covering that up with your little card. Step 2, match the car and make, model. Geez, Uber, you're covering up important information. Step 3, check the driver's photo. Get in, buckle up, and enjoy the ride. There's a little shield, and if you need 911 assistance, same way. Exact same way. Uber committed to your safety, provided it's affordable, of course. I'm sorry, I can't resist. Uber pisses me off sometimes. But this is all very good in all fairness. It just should have become a lot sooner. Designing for a safer ride, and then here they, of course, want to highlight all their BS ways that they've been keeping you safer, like driver screenings, which are pretty useless when you get down to it. Features to help keep you safe, which, oh no, we're finally getting community guidelines. This is probably the funniest one. Our guidelines ask you to treat others with respect, follow the law, and keep one another safe. Anyone who doesn't follow them may lose access to our apps. Can you please add, you might also go to jail. Like, we might actually report you to the authorities. Like, why is that never included? Your number stays private in the app. That's a good thing, because I remember I did this long enough that early on, when there was like an issue the rider had with you, they would call your cell phone number at like 3 a.m, and they'd have it. So I was always glad when they did that. Drivers must clear several screenings. Like screenings check for moving violations, drinking and drug-related offenses, violent crime, and felonies. If a potential driver qualifies, they still have to remain in good standing with the law. We all know that's a flawed system. Annual reruns, ongoing notifications, real-time identification. That kind of works, I guess. Peace of mind where you're going. Here's the thing. I will say this. Looking over all of this, yes, Uber has definitely improved their safety standards since I started. A lot of this stuff did not happen early on. It didn't. These things didn't exist. It was truly the wild west. It's still in some ways the wild west, but they are improving. I will give them credit. They are improving. Again, this is not how I would have preferred it, but I understand that they might have had to have done it this way. So anyway, we're going to wrap it up right there. There's the Uber safety feature in the driver app, how to use it. Is it effective? I guess we're going to have to find out. Like, my biggest concern right now with all of this is what happens if the driver has to actually use this and the passenger sees that they're calling 911. What's going to happen? How is the passenger going to react? That's going to be the most interesting thing, and I do not look forward to the day when we have to talk about that. However, that is not today, so for now, this is where we leave the video. What do you think? Do you think this is the right step? Do you think this is perfect, or would you like to see Uber do things a little bit differently? I would love to know. So, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly, and you get access to my Patreon's exclusive blog. Also, if gas prices are getting just a little down, check out the Get Upside app below. It's totally free, and you get cash back on every gas purchase. If you want to see more content from me that is not rideshare related, check out Kevin T. Rodriguez, the Apptrepreneur vlogs, and Autograph Hound YouTube channels. And finally, if you want to talk to me or other fellow rideshare drivers, check us out on Facebook at the Apptrepreneur Hangouts. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.